This is GSL Season 5 동래구 시드 스쿼트 태자 히어로 파팅 구미호 마린킹 셈벌 리노 레인 큐리어스 해피 영 마루 홀트 킹 스나이퍼 크리에이터 요다 핵 뱀파이어 현 로로 묘 SOS 이노베이션 피날레 베이비 소울킥 MVP 라이프
Greetings from Seoul, Korea, and welcome to the GSL Codas. Taste and Artos is here, and we're about halfway through the round of 32 for our tournament here.
Yeah.
How are you doing today, Artosis?
I'm really sore. I've been working out with Calder for 2 days.
That's why I asked.
2 days in a row. Look at my arm. Wait. I can do it. Ready?
I can't even imagine what it's like working out with Calder. Did you get to shower with him at the gym, too?
Oh, yeah, of
Does
course.
he look fantastic naked?
Greek statue.
All right, awesome.
It was, but anyways, I'm sore, but I'm also very
I didn't
excited.
do anything this weekend. I was a total bum, man. I just sat around.
You weren't working out like me and
No, I wasn't.
practicing StarCraft.
And funny, I just signed up for the gym, too, but no, this weekend I did not work out.
Ah, jeez. Tasteless.
I was a bum. So far, this GSL has been fantastic. We've got a lot of new faces here, as well as a lot of old school players too. And I've been surprised with some of the results and some of the other results. Okay, pretty standard stuff. Today we got some great players duking it out.
Yeah. This today is actually such an exciting group. This one's really, really, really hard for me to predict. I think Bbyong has to be the slight underdog here. But, between MVP Creator and DRG, it's hard to say who's supposed to move out here.
I guess we have to say MVP should get out.
Yeah, MVP should. Feels like Creator might get the leg up on DRG. He didn't
I feel like DRG had a very specific period of time that he was doing incredibly well. And I wouldn't say he's fallen off. But
Everyone's saying this,
yeah.
Which is funny because he just made it to the finals of OSL, even though he did kind of get crushed by Rain.
Yeah,
I mean,
kinda.
He's still having good
Maybe
results.
Yeah.
It's just he doesn't look completely 100% like
there was
God.
a period of
he
time.
He and MKP, same thing, where they're like, I don't know, I think these guys are kind of in a rut, and they're still like always top 16 in the world. It's like,
well, I think what it is that they're overshadowed by people like MVP, for instance.
That's true.
MVP's it's always a safe bet to say MVP's probably in one of our GSL finals.
Yeah.
I mean, if you go back and look at
if I
the
have to
history of
guess
the
who's going to
GSL
win this
Codas,
season, it's MVP.
yeah, you just probably MVP.
That's statistically, that's your best
50% chance he'll at least be in the finals.
Yeah.
Upsets do occur. But, MVP has basically proven himself to be the most consistent, dominant force in StarCraft 2 out of
going to
anybody
win this season, by the way. I just want to say that now.
Sure.
I just want to say that officially.
Well, Parting's playing very well. We'll see, though, because we have this occasionally with players. Trying to think of one that we've done this with before, because I know we have done this. Symbol's a perfect example. Okay, somebody where we're like, well, this guy's just playing so he can't be stopped. But then, round of 8 usually, we've weeded out any
Someone
of the...
stops him.
Someone
Then we look like
beats him.
fools.
I know. Then we're a laughing stock. Yeah. But I don't know. I think MVP no matter what gets out, and I agree with you. I think maybe Creator.
Yeah.
It's a safe bet.
Yeah.
DRG could do it if Bbyong gets out or Ghost King.
Thing is, I can see Bbyong getting out. Sure. I can see DRG getting out. I can see every single person in this group getting out. It's one of the hardest ones to actually predict here.
Well, this is one of our groups that's a little bit more old school. We've had a rich history with all 4 of these players, so you never know. I feel like Bbyong, unless he brings something incredible to the table or really selects the right build orders, it's going to have a hard time.
He's interesting, actually, in how he plays. Like, if he finds a way to damage you early, he knows how to just play the rest of the game out. That's the way
Yeah.
I feel when I look at it. It's
He
like,
does. He definitely understands the game.
yeah, he's
He knows how
he's
to
good.
win.
I don't see anything super flashy or special in it, but
Right.
if
I
he
would
scouts
say-
you like messing up a little bit, he'll know what to do with that.
I would say the most flashy thing about Bbyong is his tech choices. This guy uses a lot of Reaper openings. He mechs in interesting ways against Zerg. Not always, but occasionally. But yeah, we'll have to see. And of course, a lot of this is going to depend on who the first two best of threes, who wins those, and the makeup of then who's facing off against who after that. All right, so the results for what was it, Thursday?
yeah, last week.
Yeah, it was an interesting day. Yoda the first to get out, and then Hyun eked out a win, and unfortunately Gumiho did not play well. In case you're concerned about the Rain withdrawal, there was a schedule conflict. He went to MLG.
Yeah. And you know what? He did very well there. Unfortunately, will be in Code A next season. But I feel like he's just so good that without any doubt, because I always say, I think this guy will be back. Because I just love him. He's so good. But Rain will crush through Code A like it weren't no thing and be in Code S again next season.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a lot more of him. I think Rain is just going to be another one of these players like an MC or a symbol that we're just seeing a lot of now.
Yeah.
He's going to establish himself. All right, so on to today's matchups.
We have MVP, Bbyong, Creator, and Dongre Gu. Let's take a closer look. MVP! I'm not going to say much about him because nothing needs to be said. If you don't know who he is,
You
I
must
don't
be
even
new
know.
to StarCraft, too.
Yeah, you
I
must
don't
have
know.
been living under the ocean. All right, and then, of course, Bbyong, he went right through Code A. We've only seen a few matches of him in the GSL because of that.
On to our next player for Prime. Creator, very young, very deadly.
Yeah, crushed it through TSL, crushed through WCS Korea. Just an amazing Protoss. And, of course, Dongre Gu, one of the winningest Zergs of all time. Still a top-end Zerg, even if people
My God,
are
I
saying...
didn't realize his GSL ranking was second.
Yeah.
That's
No, he's
insane. I thought it was around 5 or
Well,
something.
he's that's the thing about him. He just came up suddenly. He always does well. The thing is, we're so used to him being like unbeatable completely. When he's not completely unbeatable, we're like, I think he's in Islam, which I guess is
Well,
somewhat okay.
I guess it's somewhat fair to say,
Yeah,
based on
yeah.
his previous results, if we saw MVP
Exactly.
getting top 8 repeatedly or top 4, but not getting to the finals, you say, wow, MVP not as dominant as he was before.
It's true.
All right, guys, we're going to get this going. The map is going to be Whirlwind, a big map. So map-controlled TVT is going to be a bit of a pain.
Yeah.
To try to execute here. We'll probably see not meching, I would think, from both these guys.
Should be Marine tank on both sides.
Probably. And the game is now loading. MVP, how many GSLs has this guy won now? What is it, 4? 4? Yeah.
He's won 4.
That's right, because if he beat Life, he would have won 5, which would have been absolutely
He would have got
insane.
a G5L trophy.
That's right. Now we got Bbyong. Now he's one of our newer players here, but he's very good. Like I said, we have some new faces in the tournament today. And he's got his own interesting style as well. But talk about a tough match to go up against a GSL 4-time champion. All right. The game is just now loaded up, so we're going to do this. I'm Tasis. With me is Artosis. We're Tastosis. And this is the most competitive esports show ever, the GSL Code S.
Let's do this.
Vegas.
In the upper left, we have, I think it's fair to say, the most accomplished player in the entire world, the most consistent. He's number 1, and his ID is
LGIM MVP.
And in cross spots in the bottom right, we have our new player, and he has his greatest challenge yet, going up against MVP. He is
CJ 엔투스 뿅.
And you know what? I want to go back to what you said.
Sure.
The best player, most accomplished MVP. I think there's only an argument for two different players.
Maybe MC?
Yeah, I think only MC and MVP, it can be argued as the most accomplished StarCraft 2 player.
Sure.
And I think you have to side with MVP.
Sure.
Even though MC has
He's won more money,
tournaments.
right?
He's won more money by like $10,000.
Okay, so it's marginal. It would just depend on the prize pool for what you were winning. If you add up how many wins they have.
Yeah. Like for instance, if MVP got first place in GSL, he would have instead of second, he would have passed. Like if MC missed an airplane one time, I guess MVP passes him. You know,
right?
I mean, they are dominatingly ahead of everyone else.
But I guess what you got to say is GSL is the most prestigious league.
Exactly. Well,
it's the best. This is the hardest tournament.
And look, MC's kind of a scrub. He's only won 2 of them.
Yeah. What a jobber!
I know. I don't even like hang out with MC, man. Like you can only win 2 GSLs.
He's just not cool enough.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I think what you said is right.
Yeah.
Okay. So
wow, look at these polling results. Not really shocking, I guess. 43 for MVP,
wow.
4% for Bbyong.
Well, I see why that is because we have such badasses in the group.
Sure.
But Bbyong's chances are truly more than 4%.
Yeah.
I give him like literally maybe a 15 to 20% chance to get out of this group. That's my thought on it. Like he is a legit player.
Sure.
So we do have MVP opening up with, it looks like, a Cloakless Banshee build, and he'll just do a little bit of harassment with this. Bbyong, though, is doing a really nice build against this. He's not focusing on Marines after his command center first. He's going straight up in tech, and he should be throwing out a starport immediately, which is going to allow him to get out of Viking.
Sure.
So how many SCVs will he really lose? I don't think it's going to be that many.
I don't think he's going to lose a lot. I actually really like what Bbyong is doing on this map. Just because it's a good build for the size of the map. You get your command center up, and then, you're going to get your tech up right away. And, yeah, I don't foresee MVP's Banshees doing too much damage. Unless I think Bbyong executes it correctly.
Yeah. But you're right. I mean, I don't think that much is going to be done. A little bit annoying here as we see, but he's going to have his own Hellion pop out, and he's already dealt damage to that, so he will chase it away pretty easily.
All right, he will get this one SCD.
SCD going to beat on him a bit. No, he won't. Tasteless. Stop lying.
I'm such a liar. I cannot tell a fib.
All right, so
fib is a great word, by the way.
It is.
He's fibbing.
You don't want to fib.
Oh, man.
So the first Banshee just finished, and the Starport just finished for Bbyong, and he's getting his first Viking. So that Banshee, by the time it gets there, the Viking's going to be popping out.
I think what we really got to watch for here is the frontal attack here from MVP, which is going to commence right now.
Too much damage here from Bbyong. He has just the right number of units.
Yep. Now, maybe with these Marines,
the Marines,
the arc here
will definitely help out. But with 2 Hellions against 3 Marines, even if they're damaged, he's going to do all right. I mean, this isn't that scary yet still.
Now, he can go down here and get some SCDs, but he will not. He's going to wait for the next, oh, excuse me, no, that's not a Hellion. That's a Banshee on the minimap.
Yeah. And you know what? That Banshee, is he flying towards it? Look at this guy.
No, he did not get Cloak here.
No.
So I think this is going to be completely shut down.
Look at that. Nothing.
Bbyong's playing very well for the opening here.
Yeah, this is a nice, solid opening he's chosen, and it's worked out just perfectly. He's lost, let's see now. He's lost a total of 5 workers.
Sure. Not as much as you would. Ideally, you want to get like 10 or something if you're going for a Banshee.
Yeah, and
build.
Don't forget he has double SCV production, and just now the command center is finishing, so he still has to make an orbital. MVP does. So Bbyong, I would say, got the better end out of the openings.
Yeah, I think he's got a fairly substantial lead.
Yeah.
As far as early game goes, we're not even past the 10-minute marker.
Yeah.
Right now, there's a lot of Hellions coming up here for Bbyong. Actually, you know what? Well, yeah, I think he actually, there's no wall at the ramp, too. Oh, man, this could be really bad. Okay, smart move landing the Viking.
Yeah. Still, this has been very effective. In fact, if he can pick off some more Hellions, that's nice as well. But nice micro there by MVP.
He's bringing up his own Viking and Marines. I know the bunker's not finished yet. He can actually, okay, yeah, exactly. He can land those Vikings.
Oh, that's incredibly...
He actually could get up the ramp.
Yeah.
I think theoretically, if he puts the, well, if he just has the Hellions in the right angle here. Yeah. And now he can even hit the Squitzer. MVP is getting, actually, to be frank, pretty dominated right now.
He's getting pummeled a little bit here, Tasteless.
Yeah, now he's landing the Vikings here.
Now he just wants to target down his opponent's Vikings here with his Vikings and Marines, and he does with 1 left over. Very well done. because these Vikings, of course, do very well against the Hellions.
Yep.
And now targeting down SCVs,
And he's going to kill as many SCVs as he can and then pick up here. And
that was actually
miss micro.
That was a bit of a miss micro. You must have been macroing at home or something.
Probably.
So, anyways, I mean, that turned out to be really, really good for Bbyong. Look at the supply.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
I heard you about to say it, so I just
you
said
could
it.
sense it. You could sense it, man. No, but look at that. 50 to 62. That's a pretty big difference. Check the SCV count here on your computer. It was 31 to 43.
Wow, that's a big difference.
That's actually the real story here is the SCV count difference.
Yeah, and now he even sees that, in fact, there's already the third command up. So that's a little bit annoying, too, because MVP might have thought, well, you know what, maybe I'm taking some extra damage because my third command, has been made. So, now he knows for sure that Bbyong is not behind in any possible way.
Well, from here on out, the real story is going to be, can MVP engineer a comeback, or is Bbyong going to be skilled enough to maintain his lead?
Yeah. This is actually exactly what I said about him earlier, that if he gets a little lead in the early game, he knows how to win with it. Like, sometimes we see players, I'm like, when you're ahead, you should probably just get more ahead.
Yeah.
And, you shouldn't just do dumb attacks or something, but Bbyong knows that. Like, he's actually very good at these types of things. So I'm actually feeling pretty strong about him in game 1.
All right, we got a drop coming up here from Bbyong.
Well, that's a bold drop, isn't it? That's been in the base for like a minute now.
Yeah, I know.
And I mean, this is quite nice. He doesn't have stim quite yet.
He didn't really drop in a very clean fashion. It's going to be hard to pick them all back up.
Yeah. Well, I think he doesn't care too much about these either. And unfortunately, he will lose the medevac. So this drop's
I'm
done.
surprised he even picked up there.
Yeah,
There's actually no real need. I mean, granted, it's just a few more shots off from the Marines, but still.
Wasn't too effective, to be true.
All right, nicely placed turret over here. I think he could still get some SCVs, though. And he's doing just that.
Yeah, as long as his opponent doesn't have stim, it's going to be easy to do a little bit of harassment.
Right, so the Vikings are coming down here, and this is a Cloak Banshee, so what he wants to do is get... Oh, no, I think he actually scanned a bit prematurely there.
He did. No question. That was a misscan there by Bbyong. A little bit of mistake.
Bbyong, I think, maybe getting a little bit overexcited here.
Maybe.
Now that he's got this lead.
It could be, man, because, I mean, this is a StarCraft 1 pro that, while obviously talented, looked up to MVP in StarCraft 1 and StarCraft 2 now.
Sure.
No question about that.
MVP, very good StarCraft 1 player.
Absolutely.
One of the first to switch over.
Yeah. All right, so... you know what? MVP is going mech, and he has a lot of Hellions because of that, which is nice. But Bbyong with 3 Marauders and 4 Siege Tanks on the way?
I think he'll be fine.
Yeah, like MVP has already abandoned the third base. He realizes that he's going to need everything he has to possibly make it through this. And
right now
he already has siege mode. Oh my god.
Now we're going to have a soft contain up here. Looks like this Banshee is going to be obliterated. Meanwhile, an attack coming down here. Even Mules in the fray. Well, he gunned down the Raven. I think actually that was a big mistake there by MVP.
Yeah,
now losing the Siege Tanks, the Banshee, and GG.
Wow.
Losing the game on top of that.
Yeah, I'm not surprised Bbyong took that, but see, this is exactly what I was talking about with him before. You have to open up kind of safe against him.
You know, Bbyong has a bunch of girls here cheering for him.
Does he?
Yeah, right over there. It's like an aisle 4 or something. He's got
you're right.
a bunch of girls here cheering for him.
Oh my god, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6.
Huh.
Well played, sir. Well, MVP can't be too happy with that. I think that was a game where he buried the lead. That's not the right way to say this. He got behind, and then he did not recuperate properly.
Yeah. You know what? MVP, he got overzealous there coming down. Should not have quite done that.
I think he miscounted,
He may have thought that it was Marine tank and not Marine Marauder tank or something like that, because then his Hellions would have done some more damage. It might have looked a little bit different.
Even when we pulled the Mules there.
Yeah, that was just
SCVs.
Those mules came from
you didn't control click your SCVs. You just grabbed the big box. It was a little bit sloppy.
There's no question it was. So,
what's that he's drinking? That looks tasty. Is that honey water?
Yeah, I believe it is.
Honey water's great. Great for StarCraft 2 players. Great for casters. Honey, very good for your throat.
Yeah, I actually I drink that when I feel like when I have a sore throat and stuff.
That stuff's great.
I buy a couple of those.
I'm more of a black tea guy myself.
I like black tea too, but they sell these at like.
All right, English breakfast or Earl Grey.
Look, it's different times for these teas. Okay, and I'm not.
You know when I get English breakfast, I get it when it's morning time. Not even
you really?
Yeah, I don't. Really?
Yeah. No, it's just.
You're like counterculture tea guy. Like,
yeah, man. Listen, I've been drinking English breakfast past noon every time.
You are a rebel, sir.
Yeah.
All right, so the map that MVP's picked is Entombed Valley. And, you know, I'm trying to think of what map MVP generally picks in TBT. I think he's always been picking Entombed Valley. Is that correct?
Oh,
Does that
you
sound
might be. You know, this is a map where MVP, if he wants, can easily go mech. Like, you don't have to, you're going to get a maxed army if you go mech here.
Sure.
And, I mean, that's
sit
pretty
on
safe for
3
MVP.
bases and push.
Yeah.
Yeah, I dig it. I think we are going to see mech here. I'm curious what Bbyong's going to do.
Well, the fact that he went mech on Whirlwind tells us a lot about his plans for the series, I think.
I think
I
you're
wouldn't
right.
be surprised if he goes mech all 3 games.
Of course, if you're a Terran player in this group, you got to prepare for 3 different matchups.
Yeah,
So
it's rough.
it's a little bit of disadvantage for both these guys going to this. All right, get ready. We're going to go into game number 2 to see who's going to go on to the winners for this GSL.